previous session explained very clearly what is design fluidity. It's not only a title of my presentation, it's also the Alstom motto. So it's a part of this is the strategy for the next decade of Alstom. And fluidity, in fact, somewhere is about simplicity, it's about ease, it's about speed, it's about also conception in less. And from my point of view, it's also about elegance, an expression of elegance. So I think it's a good working base for a designer. So my name is Xavier Allard, and I'm a great pleasure to lead the design and styling department in Alstom organization, in Alstom Transport. So this is an in-house design organization. I built in 2005 after spending 21 years.
Yeah, we were colleagues at Renault, yes.
Yes, within the Renault organization. Why a design and styling? Why this kind of in-house design organization in the railways, in the train maker? This is one of the reasons is there. In fact, this is the first job. This is the first document I made in September 2005. This is a product roadmap where you can see all the main, let's say, production of the railways during the last century. And for example, what appears clearly is the fact that you can see a lot of brilliant products made by a lot of good designers, but no real link in between. For example, if you look at the TGV duplex made by Roger Talon, and just beside, belonging to the same high-speed market, the new Pendolino made by Giugiaro, there is no link. And this is roughly, not roughly exactly the same train, but this is the same market, this is the same market segment. The other reason is the fact that at this time, 15 years ago, big operators as Renfe, Trenitalia, SNCF, DB decided to concentrate their effort on services, on the passenger services. So they let the door to train makers to make a design, to make a real design of their own, to develop their own design, to develop design on their own product. So that's why Philippe Méliès, at this time CEO of Alstom, decided to invest on design to contribute to the new product. And the main objective of this department was first, in fact, to create an identity, to make a link between different products and to make a product Alstom clearly recognizable by passenger looking at the train at the platform. Innovation for sure. Alstom is very well known by the level of engineers, as my friend Luigi, for example. But it's not enough now to win new contract, to win the conquest of transportation. We have also to push for more attractiveness of our product, directly perceived by the passengers. And then, last but not the least, is to develop the design process not only to provide a very nice sketches, handmade sketches on the design book during the tender phase, but it's also to provide a design process all along the project phase. This is a very, let's say, it's a draft of the organization. Just in fact, at the middle in green, in fact, you can see the organization of the creation. The creation is split in three main times. The first time is about R&D. It's about the time when we develop the platform. In the middle of that, there is a very specific time for tenders, for pre-tenderings and tendering phase. And this is, for a guy coming from the automotive industry like me, it was really, really different, because during an average of 2 months, you have to speed up your creation in order to offer the product. And once you win the contract, once you win the offer, because sometimes it happens, you go on the project development phase which is roughly the same than what you can find on the automotive industry. And of course, on beside of that, we have an organization pool in order to manage the workload and a 3D capacities in order to make digitalization and visualization. So we cover all the Alstom range of rolling stock, mainly rolling stock, but not only rolling stock. Turnkey global system is getting to be a more and more important segments. We have also the possibility to work closely together with external design agency. It's not because this is an in-house design organization. We don't want to close the door to collaboration. So we develop collaboration in these 4 different cases. The first, for sure, of course, is to make the job ourselves, for sure. The second case is to decide to launch a collaboration with external design agency. It was the case for the AGV NTV, work with, in collaboration with Giugiaro. The third case, it's a bit, let's say, linked to the French market. I don't want to be long about that, but this is the way to interpret a design coming from external designers. And the fourth case is about the way to develop a design in collaboration with external designers during the development phase. Concerning concern and approaches, first, in fact, what we have in mind, the main topic we want to develop, in order, again, to push for more attractiveness, is the way to open up the vehicles. But let's say, not in any manners. So we make a difference between the high-speed train, what we call main lines, high-speed train, regional train, and on the other side, urban transportation. For the high-speed train, in fact, we want to develop an horizontal opening way, in fact. So for example, I'm fighting with my engineer colleagues in order to remove the pillars in between two windows. So the dream is to have a windows 12 meters long. So this is a very, very big challenge. But the idea is to develop this panoramic vision for the passenger. And in addition of that, is to integrate on the glassy technology all the information capable to maintain the passenger informed about what is happening outside the train. And for the intracity, for the urban product, this is the opposite. We have to develop the verticality because the city is vertical, and we have to avoid any obstacle, any visible obstacle, in order to optimize the access on board of the train. Concerning the comfort, we make also a difference about the seats for the high-speed train and about the way to sit down, about different way to offer rest for passenger on the urban product. It's really, really different. We use seats in the high-speed train as a furniture because this is the way to provide the best level as possible, the best level of comfort as possible for the passenger. For the metro and for the tram, it's different. When the tram and the metro are fully crowded, the best way to offer comfort is to work with, for example, to work with the side panel, is to work with bogie boxes in order to offer a lot of possibilities of comfort for the passenger. What is really, really important is all about grabbing, because grabbing is about safety, but grabbing is also about regulation. And we know we have to take opportunity about that, to develop expression, and to develop also sometimes the branding for the operators. Lighting is something really, really important. I remember when I arrived in Alstom, so it was the time for neon tube technology, and it was really, really a problem. It was really an issue to integrate in a better way the lighting where we wanted. With LED technology, it's really a good opportunity to put the lights where, not everywhere, but exactly where we want, and to play with. For example, this possibility to change the colors depending the location of the train. It's the possibility to play on direct and indirect light. It's possibility to shape the interiors. So this is a very good challenge. It's also the possibility, you see the new metro for Lille in the north of France, it's a possibility also to provide daylight on board of an underground system. So technologically speaking, this is a very good point for designers. The way to integrate information, because whatever the, let's say, everybody has a smartphone and everybody can be informed about what is happening outside, but the train must talk to the passenger. And then the train, each of the train must inform the passenger about what happened in the train, on board of the train for sure, what happened outside the train, how welcome the passenger on board of the train, and how to use the new technology, how to use, for example, the driverless system, as you can see, as a support for information. You remember the first objective was to develop the Alstom branding. So the challenge is to develop this Alstom branding by taking into account the operator's branding. So on one side, we want to develop an Alstom family perception, but we want also to let the expression of the operator. So that's why, in fact, we are developing a kind of family, starting by urban vehicles, starting by trams, from the trams to the high-speed train. And we want to be coherent between all over these different ranges. Quickly, about process and outputs. In fact, all the story start by an analysis of the place. For example, when we go for the thunder in the city, so we try, in fact, to catch the soul of the city in order to provide the most suitable solution for each of the city. So the idea is to spend time with the team in order to catch the best solution, the right solution for each of the cities. After, we have the story to tell, and we have to design a solution capable to be an expression of the city, or an expression also of the operators. What is really important is the phase of rendering, 2D renderings, in order to develop the best design, and for sure how to integrate the colors and materials activities, just in order to make, again, a very coherent, or just to provide a very coherent product. We have also the responsibility to play on the layout. Interior layout is a way to manage the seat arrangement. The way also to work on the different technical architectures, just in order to win more place, more room for the passenger. For sure, we have also the capacity to develop this creative work during the 3D phase. So modelization, digitalization for sure, and of course visualization, because for the thunder phase, we have to provide images, we have to provide videos in order to show our product in a best way. To end my presentation, so our ambitions. For the high-speed train, so we want to do our best in order to attract people in a very comfortable, more and more comfortable place. As my friend said, from the city to the city, from the heart of the city to the heart of the city, which is definitely an advantage of the train. For the urban train, for the urban product, it's something really interesting. It seems to be a drawing coming from comics, but it's more serious than than it looks like. In fact, I think that we are in a very interesting point. We are in a turning point between shared and individual systems. I think it's very interesting to see the automotive industry, as we saw this morning, become interested in moving to a more collective sharing experience. And because the opposite is happening in the rail industry, where one of the main challenges is how to provide individual comfort in a sometimes crowded area. So because I maintain some relationship with my ex-colleague, it's really, really important. It's very interesting to see this turning point arriving, and maybe some good challenge for the future. And to end the presentation, this is a different solution. We want to go deeper. For sure, we want to go deeper on eco-materials. We want deeper on train architectures, how to manage new room, new place. We want to to push for a better passenger experience, and also to continue the work on the lights. In fact, I remember one of my designers, color and trim designers, said to me, she wanted, in fact, to make the people nicer, as beautiful as possible on board of the train. And I said to her, mission impossible, but let's try.